I don't know.
What about your parents?
My parents, they're accidental racists. They wouldn't say they were, but they keep pretty much to their own Republican kind. They both jumped class, as it were, from working class to middle class in their lifetime.
We don't have You know, my parents are like immigrants from an island where there was a war which separated like the two races of people that lived on that island. I mean, like I had a Greek Cypriot best friend in university. Like I lived with a girl who was studying the same subject as me, and we were both from Cyprus, and we got on so well because culturally our upbringing was like very, very similar. And I told my grandmother about her, and my grandmother, all she had to say was, this Greek might be nice, but they're gonna stab you in the back.
I really could not say, but I might regret this, but I suspect, yes, I think my grandmother might have had some racist leanings.
Yes. My mother's mother told me to stay away from the black boys because they would get me pregnant and the girls would beat me up.
They have all the, all of the contradictions and issues of solid liberal humanists. Who is it?
I don't know, maybe everyone is racist to some degree, but actually my father, his job was working with African American women and children, you know, helping people to get jobs and little kids in schools, places where people didn't care whether people learned anything.
My mother's parents were in Mississippi and probably knew some white people, but not too many. And so behaviorally, that there was maybe it's something about like how your behavior changes depending on who you're with. So I think their behavior changed with white people. Well, my grandparents probably didn't have a chance to treat white people poorly, but probably had a chance to treat, maybe there's a hierarchy among, the black folks in town. And my grandfather was the school bus driver, so he was considered established in some way.
Are you going to ask me, or should I? Yes, my mother was. We lived in Chattanooga, Tennessee in 1965.
Oh, because you were from...
Well, we lived in the South. She was Canadian, so I'm not really sure where that's from. It's just a generational thing. She would just say, they're just not like us. She was kind of deeply, but she had a really lovely veneer over it.
But yeah, it was pretty white where I grew up, like majority white. Was your grandmother racist?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, yeah.